Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's definitely a privilege for me to be here and happy to meet you all. And let's try to make a little interactive as far as possible, because I know a lot of people are actually viewing me from their home and some of you from the colleges. So I would like you to participate, because it is not something that I'm going to give you a lecture and you need to hear it. You will definitely be having some sort of a questions or some sort of a confusion where you could actually resolve it. And before I proceed, I just want to tell you one story. Somewhere when I was around 25, 26, I was heading the housing loan division of HSBC to Hyderabad. And it's a routine. One fine morning, one gentleman came in. In fact, only the previous day I granted him the housing loan. And then he was around in his mid-40s. He came with his dad, who was around the late 60s or early 70s. He came to me and gave me a sweet box. I was really surprised. A lot of customers, after giving a loan, they don't even bother about us. And this gentleman actually gave me a sweet box and then said, "Thank you, oh, Shiva, I'm really happy for it." I said, "Thank you." Then after that, he said, "You should be really a happy person, isn't it?" I said, "Why? You have granted me a loan." I said, yeah, well, definitely, I could achieve my target. No, I'm not talking from that point of view. Because, you're not just given a house to me. You actually made my dream come true. Now I'm with my family. I want to celebrate Diwali together in my own house. And this I've been dreaming for almost like 70 years, and you got it done for me. So that way you have given a home to me. Then I realized I don't just give a housing loan, I actually give a home to people. And then from then onward, I felt, yeah, I've done it. I'm really passionate about it. In fact, I asked the gentleman to distribute the sweet on his own to my fellow colleagues. And in this context, 3 years back, I visited your college. There are several, buildings for your university. And it was in around 5 o'clock. I was just watching, a lot of people coming out of the colleges and actually going home. And then I said, look at this college. The founder who has done this should be really proud and he'd be a very satisfied person, because he has not just given education to people. What he has done is actually made dreams of a lot of people come true. He has given the career for people, and he has given a life for them, and he has given the proud moments of their life. So we should be much more satisfied. And I salute him for having such a wonderful big empire, educational empire in my own city, Chennai, and my own state, Tamil Nadu. And I'm really proud of it. And I will also thank Dr. S. Ravichandran, Dr. Nirmal for giving this opportunity. Getting into the topic, see, it is about investing in yourself and also brand creation. I will actually recollect a small example which you would have come across in your life. Think of it, there are 4 friends, and there is a set of holidays coming in. And then one of them actually thought about it. Okay, next week there is a holiday, so maybe we have to go to Ooty trip, and from here we have to take a train. We reach that place, and then we take a bus from there, and then we reach Ooty, and then we spend 2 days there, and then we come back. And he actually does all this by himself. He just thought process within him. And then he would have planned about how we go about it, how long it takes, and what is the cost involved. All this he would have thought about it. Then he calls his friends, 3 of his friends. Since this is what I am thinking, can we go for it? Immediately everyone said, yes, that's a good idea. Immediately the next person, what he did, he actually started, okay, let me go and book the train tickets. Then another person said, okay, I'll go and book the hotel, etc. So if you look at these people actually doing it, and one person actually does the planning, another person was actually executing it because he's very good at executing the plan. He knows how to do it exactly. And the third person, if you look at it, if asked to do certain things, he will do a good job. Okay. And the fourth person, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't participate much. He's happy with the crowd, and the crowd is also happy with him. In fact, if you see, the first person is a proactive person. He goes, he thinks beyond. He actually has a plan. He has a vision. He has to plan everything. And he has a clear mind. He has a knowledge about it, how long it takes to reach that place, how much we need to spend, and what are the risks there, and when we will be come back, what are the options available, which is the best one. All this you would have thought about it. Next person, if you look at it, who get into the booking path, he's a more of a responsive person. He's very extremely responsible. He went and booked tickets. He knows how to execute it step by step. If I'm here, I need to do the A, B, C. So he knows that. And there is another person who, if asked to do it, he will do it. Okay. And the fourth person is just goes with the flow. So even in our life, if you see our own personal life, even in your school or in your college, we can actually find this four set of people, right? You can actually group it. Okay, why don't you go for a movie? Again, the same thing would happen. One would actually do the planning, another will actually do the execution, one will be reactive, and the fourth one will just be with us. This is exactly. So if you look at it, what differentiates them? First one, knowledge. Second one is skill. The third one is attitude. How many of you feel, I have been studying all along? I did my kindergarten, I did my schooling, then I did my college, then I did my undergraduation, now I'm doing my post-graduation. Man, I'm tired. How many of you feel that way? Let me hear. At least just show your hand. I couldn't see. Are you able to show your answer? Is there an option available? Okay, I'll just share a slide for you. Can you, I think, host disabled participant screen sharing? Okay. Can you, are you able to, I want to share a screen. Can you allow me to do it?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Yogesh, sir is a co-host now.
Yes, sir.
Then he can share, sir.
Can I share now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Host disabled participant screen sharing. I'm still there.
Yogesh, remove all barriers, sir.
Just for a second. Just for a
Yeah,
second.
no problem, sir. Last time there was a hacking that was done, sir.
Oh my God.
While people from Deloitte were talking,
Okay.
suddenly people from US and other place came. They started laughing and started things. So we started.
Oh
We
my
need
God.
to
That's
protect
all.
it.
Sir,
I understand that.
Sir, please screen share, sir.
Okay. Shall I share now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see that?
1 minute, sir. Sharing, sir. Yeah, we are able to see, sir.
Okay. And then when I asked how many of you feel this way, that, oh my God, I've done a lot of studies and on and on and on. I'm tired now. And I could see quite a number of hands going up. Yeah, this is definitely a feeling. It's I respect that. But if you see the 4 slides, when you are in school, you sit almost done, and when it's go to high school, enough man, again assignments, again Viva OC, again record. If you're a science student, you have to write the record book as well. Then you reach the college, again games. We also have practicals in between, if you are a science student again. And even computer, you have practicals. And then finally, You finish your undergraduation, then come to post-graduation. Man, I'm tired. I'm tired. How long will I be studying? But when you come to the life, the real life, the last slide, if you look at it, oh man, oh, that's a big mountain right in front of me. It's too steeper than what I have climbed so far. Yes, in reality, that's a fact. I'll go back and remove the sharing of this slide. Okay, you can stop the sharing option, gentlemen. Hello.
Yogesh, please do that. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the reality of life. We have been doing so much of studies and again and again and again. Finally, we said enough of it. And now, if you look at it, everybody will say, I'm going to get a job, either campus placement or getting placed to one, or probably I'll start my own business. And so keep moving in life. The real motivation in this part of life is what? Money. Correct? Money. In this process, actually, I want to give you some couple of examples. I'll first tell a little tougher example. See, there was a company called Kodak. You would have seen actually earlier, we were actually used to put a film roll inside a camera, and then we connect it and then roll it and then start clicking it. Once it is over, take the roll to the photo studio, they do a print and we come back home. And they were holding almost like 70% of the world market. When we say film, it's not just our own camera film. It is actually a movie film, or is it X-ray film? So you name it in any form, actually they've been doing, and 70% market they had. And they also had other businesses. And one of the staff there actually developed a camera where he said it doesn't require a film, you just go click and it gets recorded. And it comes in a computer chip where you can actually take it and do it. And he actually showed to the management, looking for appreciation. The management did not appreciate it. He said, keep this camera inside. You're not talking about it anymore because this will kill our market. And after some time, if you look at it, within a couple of years or 3 or 4 years down the line, lot of such camera came into the market. And it happened so. It was wiped the Kodak's business completely. Now this company is still surviving because they had other businesses. I'll give you one more example. I'm talking about a mobile phone company, which is from Finland, and also has offices in manufacturing unit in Chennai. This company, they were very, very powerful in mobile manufacturing. And their brand is extremely good. It is a lot of battery power. Once you charge it, probably it take for 3 days, it will not go. You can send messages, get messages, make phone calls, get phone calls, and the screens were a little bigger, except for, I mean, with a lot of designs they made it. And they were the king in the market. I've used the phone now when I started my career, when I was in Hyderabad. And this phone, they thought they are the ultimate leaders in the market and no one can shake it. Suddenly it happened so. The smartphone came into the market. It wiped their market completely. To such an extent, even the Chennai office of Chennai for manufacturing unit need to be closed. This is what? You acquire knowledge, you acquire everything. You have to reinvent yourself again and again and again and again to be in the market, to be in the place, to be in the competition, to be successful. So these two companies, which are giants, and it was actually managed by a lot of technocrats, and yet they lost it. That's the virtual reality. And think about this case. A doctor does MBBS, and then he does his surgery. He gets specialized in cardiac, and he started doing it. He's very successful. After 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, he's doing it. And he's not updating himself. What happens? Slowly his crowd will come down. Even if we have a problem, we don't go to the doctor. No, no, he's a old school guy. We don't want to go to him. So this is a general tendency that we have. Yes, we will not go to him. Now, if you look at it, why should we open the completely and then do a surgery? Now that you have pinhole surgery, you can actually send a small instrument inside and you can do the surgery. This doctor has not updated himself. So this can happen to any one of us. So what do we need to do? We have to climb the toughest mountain there right in front of us, and we don't have a choice. So now we'll break this into three parts. Okay, I said knowledge, skill, and attitude. So we'll be talking about these things. In fact, the last one I'll be talking more, because rest of it, most of you know, and most of you would have practiced continuously. Knowledge. When we talk about knowledge, first thing is, okay, my studies are over. I've done my MBA. I've joined a company, and I'm getting a decent salary. I'm happy with that. Yes, first few months, enjoy that salary. Go out, go to a restaurant, take your parents, take your friends to a different restaurant, go out, do outing, buy different clothing, buy whatever glasses that you want, have a latest mobile phone. Everything is perfect. Celebrate it. But after few months, decide, gentlemen, now you need to concentrate on your life further. This isn't enough. So you allocate a percentage of your income and separately for your own self so that you could improve. I'll give a very simple layman example. Think about it. See, I start a company. I put 100,000, okay, 1 lakh rupees. I put 1 lakh rupees and start a manufacturing unit. I buy the equipment. I started manufacturing. First year, the machine manufactured well. And I was able to get 10,000 rupees. I'm very happy about it. Enjoyed it. Okay. Next month, the machine has become a little older. It reduces manufacturing capabilities. So that year, I made 8,000. I managed it. That is sufficient for my life. I somehow managed it. Year 3, the machine manufacturing capacity came down because it became older. And now I'm making only 6,000 rupees. That is not sufficient for me, so I'm struggling. So what's happening? So likewise, this if it happens, after 3 or 4 years, that machine will become obsolete. We cannot use it. And look, my 100,000 has gone. I've enjoyed for 5 years over. But so what does it mean? You need to, not only you have to replace this machine, you need to replace it with the latest machine as well. So what you need to do is keep equipping. So exactly. So you need to spend a portion of your salary and you need to do continuously, you need to do our effort. In fact, I belong to a very big family, a joint family, sisters, 5 sisters, 5 brothers, and then few cousins. We were all together, and now I have a lot of nieces and nephews. So when I see you all, I actually could think of my like brothers, sisters, and my nieces and nephews, because they come to me for invariably for a lot of guidance and career. And whatever I'm talking, it's all oriented towards that. Whatever they have asked, and I know that is the question you will be asking, so I'll be answering those questions as well. So this knowledge you need to acquire. When you are acquiring this knowledge, you would need to know what is the right one. What is the right for which you need to do a lot of research. Thankfully, now we have this YouTube, we have this internet where we can actually send message, get messages, we can actually form groups, and then we can learn which is the right one, and then go study. You know what I used to do it? I check my boss CV and all the, I mean, if I am in this position, I look at his next position, I'll check with whichever is working in various companies, I'll look at the CVs, what qualifications then they have done and which college they have done. I'll pick it up. And I will also, my boss, what qualification has done. So then I will actually identify it and then I'll note it down. Then I'll say, is it worth it? So what do I do? What is the cost? And then I'll actually invest that money. And if you look at it, when I'm actually studying, I need to keep studying onwards. Till when I need to study? I need to study, learn, certify myself at least till my last day. That's mandatory, because that's how we have to keep ourselves ahead. Think about our late president, Dr. Abdul Kalam. Even after being in the presidential palace, which is the highest position in the country, very celebrated position, even during that time he was studying. He said, I would like to understand the latest technology because which I'll be using it. And he was also taking lectures as well because he's passionate about it. So when he could study, he's an ordinary person, is no way different from any of us. So it is same thing for us. I still study. In fact, I've also done, I've actually approached a university for some 6 months course. And I've identified this is on the block technology, which is coming up latest. If I don't update myself, I'll be lost in the game. So I have to do that. I have to spend the money. I need to put the effort. I need to research, do the research. So I expect you, all of you, to continue to do that. Okay. And next is about skill. What is skill? It is ability to do something better. And what are the skills that is required? See, it depends on what position that you are in, what job that you are in, and where you want to reach, and how far you want to reach. And in fact, after you reach, again, you look at it, what more skill you did, and you keep moving further. I'll give you one simple example. Take about one skill, planning. I told you, right? There are 4 people. Okay, the 4 people. The first one is about planning, more of planning. Okay, he will be very successful in life because he does the planning and he does everything. So now he has the knowledge. Now he has a skill for the planning. So break the planning into further sequences. Planning means what? Okay, first thing is knowledge about the subject. Next, I need to know what is the cost involved. Then I need to know convincing skills. I need to have the decision-making skills. Then I need to know cost management skill, budgeting skills, and then risk management skills. What if anything happens? In fact, when we went for all of our friends, we went to Kodai. One of them fell sick. So they immediately, as soon as we entered, we were actually identified the hospitals. Okay. And then we took the person there. Okay. Why I'm saying even this contingency could come for anyone. And I'll tell you in reality what happens. I worked in a multinational bank here in Chennai. Why I'm saying the risk management is so critical. So they have offices in Chennai, and all the banks, business all around the world comes them for operation purposes. We Indians, we Chennaiites, does everything. When someone gives a savings account application form, it comes here. When someone gives a fixed deposit, it comes here. Someone gives a credit card, it comes back. All these are getting processed here. Then they thought, why in only one city? There is a risk there. What if something happens to this city? Then all our operation will stop for that day. Think in 2015, we had a flood. Okay, so even before that, they thought, okay, it's not right that we should have it in Chennai. So they actually what they did, they opened one more offices in the outskirts of Chennai, thinking that Chennai, if it's having a problem, they can manage it. Then another person thought, within Chennai, 2 places is fantastic, but however, we need to have it in other city because India is relatively cheaper when compared to other countries in terms of labor. So they said again, so they want to be in India. So then they put one in Bangalore. And still they were not happy. What they did, they went and actually culturally, economically, politically a different place. They put it one in Malaysia. So that if anything happens to Chennai, Bangalore can take it. If anything happens to Bangalore, Malaysia can take it. So they actually had a complete plan. So in real life, we need to plan. Even our personal life, we need to plan. Option A, plan B, plan C. Okay. Coming back to the skills. So if you have the planning skills, so you need to break it into, and you need to practice it. Okay. What is very important is practicing. You can, this is a normal saying, you can read 100 books about swimming, but you will never learn swimming unless you get into the water and start swimming. So what you need to practice it. When you say practice it, how you have to go about it? First, grab every possible opportunity within your organization, in your personal life, anything to do with, you be there in front. Take the opportunity, utilize this, utilize the skill. You develop your skills, hone your skills, and go further. Don't restrict yourself and keep going further. In fact, I can tell you, see, now I'm relatively better. I could use the word relatively better when I'm actually handling a online call. In fact, when I had an initial training session for one of my set of team members and from another part of country, actually I struggled. Now I'm a little better. Okay. and I need to still go. This is a new technology for me. Now I have to take it. I have to learn it. I have to fail. I have to face the challenge. I have to keep moving. So likewise, the skill need to be acquired, developed on and on and on. Next, I'm going to spend more time on this one topic, attitude. What is attitude? In layman terms, if you look at it, attitude is how we think about the world, how we think about ourselves, how we think about everything, how we perceive things. All this put together comes under attitude. So generally in informal, in American context, when someone says, oh, this person has attitude, it means actually this person is has a negative attitude. So, and this person shows attitude. It means always it means negative attitude. So for clarity purposes, I'll keep on using, when I say attitude here, we'll look at it positive attitude. Okay. What are the things that we need to do? First thing is, we would have come from some background, and our parents would have spent a lot of time and effort actually to bring us here. We always think about it. Probably I should have studied in a CBSE school. Probably I should have come to the city earlier. Probably I should have got an opportunity to this. See, all this, we are talking about history. Is that right? Is it of any use now? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whatever has happened, you can't undo it. You can't go back and relive that life. So all this that you would be having, okay, my complexion is a little darker. Probably I should have been a little more fairer. Probably I should have been a little more taller. All this will come into picture. Forget about it. Never ever repeat it in your life. This is not an important factor at all. And in fact, if you have it, it will have a negative impact on your life. So when you approach your life, this attitude, a positive approach is required. So you need to cut down all the options of the negative, which everyone will be having. See, I'm not new to this one. See, whatever I've crossed over a period of time, I'm only sharing that. So you can completely relate my ideas with yours. Okay. I'm not just jump from heaven and sitting here and telling you. No, I've come across everything. I've faced challenges. I've faced failures, and then I moved across. Next. Never compare yourself with anyone, not even your people at home. I don't compare with myself with my brother who's just 1.5 years younger to me. I don't do that. He's completely unique. Is the way he look at things, the qualification that he has, what he wants in life, and how he achieves it, the skill set that he has, everything is different. So never compare yourself with anyone, with your friends, even if you're from the same location, even if you're from the same school, never compare yourself. You have your own life. You have got to design it. You develop it. Okay. And the third thing, create a to-do list. One is list of blessings, list of curse. When I say list of blessing, let me go for the list of curse first. When you say list of curse, see, I don't have, my mathematics skill is not so good. This is a curse. All the negative points. Probably I should have been. Again, I'll go back. Probably I should have been that way. Probably my dad would have got educated himself much more. Probably he should have a degree holder, so he could have guided me better. All this will come. Put all this in this list. Okay. And look at all the blessings. I've got an amazing family. I have a caring mom and dad. I have very lovable brothers and sisters. I have an amazing set of friends. All this put in to list. And this list, curse list, this is the blessed list. Okay, take this curse list, tear it, and just again put it in the dustbin. Never ever talk about it. And another one. See, whatever I'm giving tips, actually, you can even note it down. It might help. Okay, at least if you re-look at it, because I do that. Okay, re-look at it, it'll help you. Next is stop calling failures as failures. You take it as it is just a delay in getting what you want. It's getting delayed. But again, then the question comes. There are sometimes that I'll get only one opportunity. Fair enough. It means you have to work hard. Work backwards. So that's what we say. See, show me your result, I will tell you your commitment. If you have scored 90% in any of the activity, it means your commitment is only 90%. If you have scored 100%, it means your commitment is 100%. If you have, so that's what the risk aspect comes into. A lot of time actually we give our life to risk and said, okay, we'll try it out, we'll plan it out. Like the simplest example I can say is, no, I studied very well, I prepared well for the exam, but I felt sick. What happened to you? No, I had a indigestion and I had a, vomiting and other thing. Then you know your body very well. Then you know you should not have ice cream. Then why did you go and have your ice cream, especially during your exam time? So we have to blame ourselves. So that takes you to the next point. See, whenever you approach your problem, always approach it logically. See, whenever I approach my problem, what I do is I've actually bring Shiva out of me and he will stand, then start questioning. You reached office late today. Why? You woke up late. Okay. Why did you wake up late? Because you went to bed very late. Why did you go to bed very late? No, I was talking to my friend. How important was that? No, it's not so important. I'm actually talking to him after a long time. So that is the reason. Then you could have told your friends, look, okay, I got your number. I'll call you on a weekend. You didn't do it. So you spend time. So you have to be blamed. So likewise, any problems in life you look at it, if it's actually questioning yourself, you approach yourself logically. At the same time, I also say when you are approaching problems of others, you have to approach emotionally, their emotion, not our emotion, their emotion. Okay, this is one of the success formula. And the next is appreciate yourself. Even if you cross one step, appreciate yourself because you have done one step ahead. So, and the next thing is appreciate others as well. And now all your negative thoughts, negative ideas, negative feelings about your life has actually gone now. Now you have to make it positive. Now it's neutral. You have to make it positive. To make it positive, always work with successful people. Whom you think successful people. Next, people who are positive approach about life. See, they may be actually suffering on certain things, but still how they look at life, positive, work with them. And in fact, you will start looking at yourself as a positive person. Go back to the earlier example. See, I was just giving an housing loan. For me, it's a loan. It's part of my job. Every morning, I go to the office. There will be a lot of applications pending. My staff would have processed it and they brought it to my table. And then I need to relook at it and then I have to sign it. Once I sign, the loan is granted and takes it. So, oh my God, another customer. Oh my God, another complaint. No. The way he said it, the elderly gentleman who told me, look, he said, look, you should be actually saying that you're given a home to someone else, not just given housing loan to him. So the same way you think, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm actually doing this. I'm not just doing an investment banking job. I'm not taking care of someone's investment. I'm actually helping someone's dream come true by taking care of it. I'm not just processing an export transaction. I'm actually bringing money into the country. So likewise, if you start looking at the positive part of everything, actually you'll get a positive outlook. And I'll give you a moment. I'll have it. Thank you. Can one of you come on the microphone? Tell me about one of your relative who's loved by a lot of people in your family. Can one of you come, please? All your family members say, oh, this person is great. Can one of you come?
Students,
One of you, please.
Sudisha. Bhargavi is not there.
Sir, they are in the class, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll proceed. Not an issue. Okay. See, I thought of taking an example from them and then actually utilizing it so that I will be able to convince it better. See, if you look at around us, there will be a person in our family, in our among our relationship, among
Hello,
our
sir.
neighbors.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
please. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
So you
Hello.
proceed, sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, my
Can you-
question is this. In fact, I put it for all the students there. Can you name one of the relatives who is loved by all? Everyone says, oh, he or she is great.
My mom.
Okay. See, we
Definitely, she
celebrating our
is.
mom is one thing. See, we celebrate our mom. That's a different thing. I'm talking
Yes.
about celebrated by so many people around them.
You're asking about my relative who celebrated by Anna.
You're celebrated by your family members, whole lot of family relatives.
I think.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll proceed with that. Proceed with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, okay. See, we in our own personal life, if you look at someone in our family, someone in our neighbors, and who would be actually look, everyone will be look at him. Oh, that guy is great. That gentleman is great. That lady is great, and she is good because of these reasons. Okay. And the same way, if you look at in your schools, if I ask you a question, can you name a person in your school, the teacher, who's loved by so many people? Then you will, all of you actually in your class actually probably will say, oh, this teacher is very good, you know, because of these reasons, and you will actually list out reasons, right? And if you look at it, here comes a question. What is a brand? The moment we say brand, you know, the thought about it comes immediately. So if I ask you, the simplest example, when I say iPhone, then immediately say, yeah, iPhone is good. Look at it. You know, these are the features that it has. Even till the last, you know, the MB that is being utilized, the phone is working very well, and the cameras. These are the options that is available, and you come out with a whole lot of list. And think about, okay, Harley Davidson bike, or a Bullet, or probably I can say, you know, Mercedes Benz. So the moment you say these names, you will get a lot of positive aspects about them. Right? You have a list of it and you would have heard about it, everyone talking about it, right? So this is actually called the brand. It's a positive brand. In fact, I would say, again, I will connect this brand and the relative and the teacher. See, without being conscious, actually they have created a brand for themselves. Okay, because of what? Three aspects again: knowledge, skill, attitude. So the same way, we have to create brand for ourselves. Okay, if tomorrow, if in our organization, okay, there is a new project which is coming and little challenging one. So whom do we give? They need to talk about any one of you doing. I could see names here: Nagappan, Akshaya, Vinit. Each one is actually unique. I said, if you are in an organization, the organization need to think, okay, I'll give this to Nagappan today. Okay, he will do it because of these reasons. He's better than others because of these reasons. Actually, why is better than others? Because of the three factors: knowledge, skill, attitude. So when I say acquire skill, acquire knowledge, have the positive attitude and keep improving on it, it's because indirectly you are trying to create a brand for yourself. And remember, when I said unique, you are also creating a unique brand for yourself. So I could see Sukanya, I could see Bhargavi, I could see Vinith. All of you are going to be a brand for yourself. And in fact, till your last date, you are going to create the brand and you have to work on it, improve it and improve it and improve it such a way that is relevant today. So 10 years down the line, when you have it, it should be relevant that time, or probably a little ahead of it, so that you are always ahead of it. So out of the 4 people whom we are talking about, you know, the proactive person, you should be one of them. You'll be a very successful person. There'll be next person who is responsive. He will also be successful. And the third person, reactive, he will manage. And the fourth one will survive as long as things are in his favor. You need to decide who you are at every point of time. You compare yourself. Do not compare with others. Last year I was like this. I acquired this skills. Last year I was this. I have done it. Last month I didn't have this qualification. Now I have got this qualification. Last 1 week back, I don't know how to use this Microsoft the Excel option. Now I know it. So like this, every day you keep improving. On a day by day, you need to list it. You have to compare yourself with yourself and compare yourself with the market and try to be ahead of this. I will actually teach you two skills. First thing is, one is you need not spend any money, but the result is immense. I can quote on an example. I went for an interview and I got selected. I don't know what happened before that. Who did they interview? How many people they interviewed? I don't know. So I joined the organization. After joining the organization, 2 months after I joined, my boss said, "You know why I selected you?" Then I said, probably because of my experience that I have, and probably because of that. No, a lot of people came, but still I selected you. You know why? Then again, I tried to justify my own comparing myself with the CV, etc., etc. And then he said one thing, you know, you are on par with others as far as the qualification, experience, knowledge. In certain areas, you don't even lesser. But you smiled a lot. You are very comfortable. You smiled a lot. I could see the genuineness in you. So I'll tell you what, smiling is an important skill. And I'm actually giving it you because I want you to practice. I can add value to it. In fact, when you start smiling, you will actually create an atmosphere of positivity around you that actually comes back to you. So you'll be liked by people. You know, and in fact, there are a lot of saying around the world is Indians are generally grumpy. They also, South Indians are much more grumpier, and Tamil people are much more grumpier. This is a feeling that they have. Okay, and we need to change it for at least for our own benefit. Okay, so that we start smiling more, and it doesn't have any cost. Next, I talk about one more skill, which I learned from my friend. Then I started practicing. Okay, this is my friend. He was trained by a pharmaceutical company. Then he says, whenever I visit a doctor, I'm supposed to appreciate at least one point there. I look around the small clinic that he has. Probably it will be 10 by 12 or 12 by 12 clinic. I need to appreciate it. I said, what is that to appreciate it? It's just a clinic. There will be probably cotton would be there, syringes would be there. So all our medical equipment would be there. Doctor would be there, and he'll be wearing a coat maximum. That is it. What is that to appreciate it? He said, initially, I thought that's how it would be. But when they trained us, then I realized, actually, we could find a lot of things in appreciating people. Then actually, I picked up the skill from him. Then how we'll do it? Actually, he took a class for me. Then I said, yeah, I could see the potential. There's a lot of potential. Now what I do is, I appreciate people. Actually, you can pick up appreciation just like that. See, I'm working in a building at the National Bank of Oman. It's a 6-story building, and more than 700 people work. And there are 8 lifts there to go up and down. And whenever I get into the lift, actually, I always wish people, and that is a culture. And around the world, so I wish them. And then I also say, at least one good word about them. Nothing there, at least I'll say smile. Wow, you give a very good smile. You started a very bright morning for me. It's an indirectly appreciating him. You smiled it and you made my life very good. And you know, you'll be very happy for it. Someone we said it. And for being actually, I meant it. Genuinely meant it. Yes, he gave a beautiful smile. And he wished me. Someone having a beautiful tie. Oh, yeah, the tie matches very well with the dress. Appreciate small things in life. And in fact, you know, appreciation start from yourself. Even if you do little things, yeah, Shiva, you did a good job. You appreciate yourself. When your friends does it, yeah, you have done a good job. And don't bother about it. How he takes it. You be genuine about your heart and start appreciating. And you know, appreciate your mom. In fact, the world talks about how mothers are very important, selfless, and there is one person who's very less appreciated in the world in general. It's dad. Always a father gets very less appreciation because he is little serious about our life. But a lot of you doesn't know the pressure that he faces in an office and the money that he wants to earn to save you. And probably you'd be actually sacrificing a lot. And I'm not comparing mom and dad. Actually, father is a little lesser. That's what is the psychologists say. So appreciate your father, appreciate your grandmother, grandfather, appreciate your neighbor, wish them, okay, appreciate them. So you keep appreciating. The moment you see a lot of positive attitude, and every time they will help you out. In fact, when I say this example, whenever I have a problem for anything, I go to other department, and all of them actually come to help me out. And I didn't actually, I don't say that, okay, I'm someone out of the event and actually I've learned it, I'm great. No, I learned it from another person. Then I learned it from him, the skill, and then I started applying it. And it worked. When it worked, I'm passionate about it, started using again and again and again. Then actually I improved my skill. And still I need to go a long way. I'll keep going. Okay, why I say this? This will help you out. So we have come to the end of the session. In fact, I want you to utilize the two skills. Wherever you are, just give a bright smile and start appreciating from today onwards. Thank you very much. I can take questions.
Questions, please.
Guys,
See, I want more questions because I'm not taking any lectures. I'm actually, whatever I said is you can relate it to your life. So please come. You count on me.
Yes, Sonali. Questions, please.
Sir, this is Bhargavi, sir.
Yeah, Bhargavi, please.
Sir, actually, when you were talking about planning, right?
Okay.
So actually, everyone has their own goal to be achieved.
Perfect.
So, but then everyone is planning, everyone is again, not implementing the plan. And there are a lot of hindrance, like personal hindrance and the environment problem. So everything is there. So they're not able to achieve the target. So what is the advice that you can give for this?
Okay, see, first of all, I'm not advising people. Okay. I'm only sharing my personal life. Whatever I've learned, I'm sharing with them. Actually, I can take the question. It's actually a relevant question that you asked. Yes. I told you, right? First of all, we have a lot of things around us. I showed the picture, photograph. Actually, I received it recently, that picture. You know, the 4 quadrant and the final one, I have to go further. If you look at it, yes, it is tougher. Till our last day, life is a challenge. Now, I'll go back to a couple of things and then I'll answer your question. Number one,
yes, sir.
As I already said, stop calling failures or failures. It's just delay in getting what you want. Probably you have not executed it properly. Probably you don't have adequate knowledge or acquired adequate knowledge, or do you have the skill for it? It means you lack it. And have you planned it ahead, or you are actually doing it? Then again, go to the 4 people example. Proactive, responsive, reactive, and go with the flow. Probably what we are doing is we are actually stuck with the third. In fact, invariably we are stuck with the third one, the reactive. We come to the situation, then from there we try to acquire it. By then the time is lost. It means we need to plan ahead. If you have a plan, very clear plan, you need to actually go step by step. I'll give you a direct example. There is a saying, when you get into the cricket, your aim is to actually score 100. But you will not be playing under the first ball itself. You have to go step by step. So when your ball is thrown at you, you need to play that ball, but the intention is score that ball so that over a period of time you achieve that. So it means what? It has to be a step-by-step approach. Okay, so now answer the question, step-by-step approach, and then you need to be proactive. In case if you have to be reactive, then you need to put heart and soul to it. So the environment will pull you. The people around you will pull you. And It means you need to anticipate all these things. You need to understand the atmosphere around you. That itself is a knowledge, that itself is a skill. And how you are going to manage it is again a skill. So it means you need to acquire the skill, keep acquiring the skill. Okay, I'll give you an example. At 35, I was a branch manager, one of the flagship branch, the biggest branch in Chennai for the biggest private bank. But I felt it's going very slowly. My career is going very slowly. I've not done anything properly. I'm from a very modest background. You know, my father actually goes to this thing, a small company, and he put heart and soul for our life. Within his limitation, he did it. Then I said, I need to go and study. Okay, then I decided, okay, let me go pick up the Australian this thing. I told my dad, I'm going for higher studies. There was a vehement this thing from all my family members. Definitely not at this age. And you know, the money that you have is not sufficient to do it. That then I actually tried to convince them, and finally I convinced them, yes, whatever the struggle, I'm going to face it. Okay. In fact, a couple of people whom they know me, they know this. And after going there, I had fees only for one semester. The rest of the semester, I need to work in a petrol station to include cleaning. When I was a branch manager, as soon as I enter the office, there will be someone who will be taking a suitcase. That suitcase, though it is small, which I can carry, always comes and say, no, no, give it to me. But look at it there, I was doing cleaning the floors to make money. And then there were a lot of occasions up to the petrol station job ends at around 12 o'clock at midnight. That is a duty time. Everyone have the ask car. Then I start little late. I have to walk down 13 kilometers because it takes $20 to reach home. And the $20 is equivalent to some 1 week food. So I walk home and then do it. Okay. So now I have actually taken the pressure on myself, the ownership on it. So once I take the ownership on me, that is applicable to everyone. Once we take the ownership of me and the passion about it to achieve it, then we need to anticipate all the problems around, how we are going to counter the problems, how we are going to manage it as well on a continuous basis. Though I have given my example a bit little longer, I believe I've conveyed it to you.
Thank you, sir. I get it.
Next question, please. I like your question that way.
Thank you, sir.
I can take one more question, please.
Sir?
Yeah, please. Please go ahead.
Sir, you said carrying a smile will create an aura that will have a positive brand image. What about the people who have tough exterior yet have a positive brand image, sir?
Repeat the last part of the sentence.
What about the people who have a tough exterior yet have a positive brand image, sir?
No, I'm still not getting the word, gentlemen. You make it a little slower.
What about the people who have tough exterior yet have a positive brand image, sir?
Okay, see, they have a positive image about them. There's a tough exterior, you mean. So basically, they don't smile much. They are very serious. Am I right? Is that what you're telling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, probably they look tough. So someone will be very tough, and then you see, I smile and he doesn't smile back. Okay, when you say smile, it doesn't cost you anything. One, and the person doesn't smile at you. The problem is with that person or not with you. Two. Third thing, once you start smiling, over a period of time, he will also start smiling. I have seen this. In fact, I'm a serious person. You know, always you come to my job, I always have my face will be like this. But over a period of time, I said, okay, your face needs to be ready for a smile, though you don't smile. So your smile is available immediately. So I've practiced it, and you do it. See, when you're good morning to someone else, actually what you mean is actually you're wishing him a good morning. If he doesn't wish you good morning, it doesn't matter. Don't expect anything. But indirectly, you are actually keep improving, and probably you're changing him without your knowledge. So keep doing it. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Maybe I can take one more question, gentlemen.
Questions?
Okay,
Sir,
could
I have
see-
got I have got a question, sir.
Please, sir.
Sir, you are talking about attitude,
Yes, sir.
which is much more compared to the three. You are talking about knowledge, skill. Okay, attitude. I feel attitude is need to be number one. And what do you say on that, sir?
Absolutely.
Say if I
You
have
are
an
right.
attitude, yes.
Yeah, so what you said is right. That is the first one, in fact. Okay. Okay. For the sake of, the presentation, I thought let me finish the easier one first. Then I'll actually put the tougher one, which is the lengthier one at the next. So that is the reason it came 3, not in the order
Yes,
of
sir.
preferences, the order of convenience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because if I have attitude, I'm sure I will grab the knowledge and ultimately I will take up the skill. As you said, failure is not a failure. It's a postponement of, that's a beautiful word that you said, sir. So, so I feel attitude. What do you say, sir?
Absolutely fine. I'm with you.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions, students? Yes, sir. Can we go for the vote of thanks, sir?
Right. Let me first to thank everyone. And it's a great opportunity for me. Savita University, it's not just a university, it's an empire by itself. Okay. And I could see a lot of bright faces there when I've been there. And now, okay, anyway, everyone, it's been in the blog. Okay. A lot of positivity I could see. If you have reached up to this level, it means you are meant for something great, really great. So think big in life. Okay, don't restrict yourself. Always we say, manager level, no, think big in life. Okay, don't hesitate for it. As Dr. Abdul Kalam said, dream big. And he did it and he proved it is a standing example for us. I wish you good luck, everyone. I thank Dr. S. Ravichandra, Dr. Nirmal Raj for giving this opportunity. And it definitely a wonderful moments in my life as well. Thank you.